get started. So yeah, like I said, you will need a little hand towel or a rope or something to use to pull down. Apart from that, you'll also need a chair or something to sit down. We'll be doing a couple of single leg exercises today. Apart from that, adding your weights and stuff as usual. So let's get into our warm up. Straight into it, guys. Let's go. So start with that march in place as always. Just open up the hips. And we'll build up gradually. So usual format today, guys. We'll go for a leg circuit, little break, and then we've got a little upper body circuit, lower body circuit, and then the full body finisher. A little jog in the spots, warm up those knees. Flicking up the heels, take the knees up in front. Alternating between those two. A little bit higher those knees now, or you're just staying with that march in place. Little jumping jack, open up the upper body, or that step jack. Oh, wrong way. A little bit tight shoulders. Keeping the hips forward, a little torso twist. Loosen off the lower back. Good, then go for that little side lean, warm up through the core. Good, coming into our squats, guys. Normal squat stance, wherever that is for you. A little pause at the bottom, powering up. Feet nice and flat, open up the chest, keeping the good posture. Hands behind the head, just make it a little bit trickier. So nice long control, guys, for your warm up. Couple more squats. Good, into our little reverse lunge. So reverse lunge, we'll be doing these today. So what we've got to think about when we're doing a reverse lunge, our nice tight core, keeping that balance. Little step, dropping that back knee. We will be doing an overhead lunge today. So if you've got some weights, we'll be holding it one side, lunging back. Couple more lunges, guys. Good, into a little crab walk, guys. So little half squat position. Couple steps to the right, couple steps to the left. Keep that going, good stuff. So powering up through the glutes and quads, nice and warm through the legs. Let's go for one more per side. Good stuff. All fours, coming down to that cat-cow as always, arching up through the upper back. Nice and warm through the thoracic spine, dip the chest, looking up. Have a little wiggle here if it feels comfortable for you. Going in for that little rotation now. So retain the sides. 3 or 4 one side, 3 or 4 the other side. Good, into our mountain climbers, guys. Shoulders over our hands, driving in the knees. Go for 10 to 15 seconds for this one. Driving in the stomach. Good. Good, coming up to shoulder shrugs, guys. Big circles with the shoulders. Big swings backwards and across the body. Good guys, we'll get ready to go, okay? So grab a quick breather, grab some water. If we can, we are going to start with some pistol squats. As always, you can start with your active rest now if you want to, so a little jog on the spot, jumping jacks, anything you feel comfortable doing. Oh, make sure we're on mute, guys. Good stuff. Okay. So pistol squat today, guys. So tricky exercise. It's a one-legged squat. You can start your active rest at home if you want to now. So what we're looking for is using a chair, a bed or a bench, wherever you've got at home. We're coming down for one leg, little pause at the bottom and pushing up. If this is too tricky, put some cushions or something underneath. So we're coming down, little pause, pushing up. We're going to go about 25 seconds to 30 seconds per leg. Coming down, little pistol squat, pushing up, and then we'll switch sides. After that, we're going in for our overhead lunge like we did in the warm-up there. So getting ready to go in about 10 seconds for our pistol squat. So single leg squat, ready to go in 3, 2, 1. So keep that posture good. We're coming down. If this is too much, guys, start with that squat and then see if you can push up from the box, okay? So squat with 2 legs, then push up from the bottom, okay? Or maybe you can go on the way down and then you need 2 legs to stand up. So if you've not done this one before, take it at your own pace. Pushing up through the heel. Working one side at a time. Last 10 seconds this side if you haven't switched already. Three, 2, 1, switching sides. So, depending how low that box is, or couch, sofa, chair, you'll feel this pretty tricky. Make sure that foot is nice and flat, so we're not rolling onto toes at all. Keeping it nice and flat, working through that quad. Single quad. Nice, long, controlled. Try not to use the arms too much as momentum on the way up. Last 5 seconds here. You're going for a quick breather. We're going to go straight to overhead lunge. 3, 2, 1. So if you've got weights, guys, we're going for an overhead lunge here. So weights in my right hand. I'm going to step back with my right foot and back. Okay. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. So you can keep the weight in one hand and just go for that one step back, or you can alternate the sides, and then after 25 to 30 seconds you can switch hands, or it's up to you. You can switch hands every few reps, or you can just go for that single leg working. So core is nice and tight. Remember, we're not stepping too far. It's a little step in the middle, dropping that back knee down. Last 10 seconds this side if you haven't switched already. 3, 2, 1, switching sides if you haven't done already. So play around with it, guys. I like to have it in my left, if I'm holding it in my left hand, I like to step back with my left leg. That way I'm kind of weighting down this side, and I've got to work harder through my front leg. Nice and tight through the core. You'll feel the tummy turn on. Last 5 to 10 seconds, guys. Good, well done. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there, guys. Well done. So, active rest and recovery. So for that pistol squat, guys, You've probably got the idea of it now. If you're quite familiar with this, you can actually try do it without anything there. I could probably only do it my right side. Okay, so even if you want to add weights for that one, you can try it without the better bench. You can add weights too. Nice, slow and controlled. Getting ready to go in about 25 seconds, just grabbing your breather, guys, or going for your active rest. You're going nice, slow and controlled on the way down as well. Try not to fully deload here and sit down. Maybe just go for a little tap so the pressure is staying in the leg. Ready, going about 5 seconds, guys. Starting with our pistol squats again. 30 seconds per leg in 3, 2, 1. Pushing in, guys. So, pushing here. Again, if this is too uncomfortable for anyone, maybe just going for your normal squat. You can lower on the way down with one leg and then push up with 2 legs maybe. So you're just working on that lowering phase, working into the one leg, and then you might need 2 legs to push yourself up. But again, the slower we go down with that lowering phase, the more challenging it's going to be, okay? So I'm going to go super slow here, slow, 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 keep that core tight, push it in. Try not let the knee collapse inwards, keep it nice, pointed outwards. 3, 2, 1, switching legs, guys. If you haven't done already, you might be switching every few, that's totally fine. So the opposite leg kind of comes up to give you room to squat up. Like I said, you might be lowering down slow, deloading, and then pushing up with 2 legs. Loads of variations here if you're new to this one. Good, guys. Keep the shoulders back, so still keeping that good posture too. Front foot's nice and flat, pushing through that heel. Last 5 seconds of pistol squats, guys. 3, 2, 1, good stuff. Quick breather, we're going for our overhead lunge. Getting your weights ready if you've got them. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. So this time I'm going to go just working that front leg for 25 to 30 seconds, and then I'm going to switch. But at home you can switch every few reps if you want to. If that front leg starts to get tired, keep the balance on like me. Last 10 seconds if you're just going for that one leg at a time. 3, 2, 1, switching legs if you haven't done already. So now the weight's on my left arm, I'm stepping back with that left leg, keeping the core tight for balance. Again, just like the pistol squat, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can slower that lowering phase and you can kind of take the foot off, the back foot off slowly as you come up as well. So you're almost pushing just with that front leg. Last 10 seconds for lunges, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Active rest or get your recovery. Good stuff. So grab your towel or whatever you've got ready. We're going to start with those pull downs next. So we've done these a couple of times now. We're mimicking almost like a lat pull down in the gym. So we're here, squeezing the shoulder blades back and down. So shoulder blades come down towards our pockets, but we're lying on our fronts, out in front. We're coming down, squeezing down, shoulder blades down, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and back out. Nice, slow and controlled. And as always, we're pulling that towel apart. We're trying to rip it, keep creating tension through the towel. After that, we're going for fire hydrants to glute raise. Fire hydrant, glute raise, working into our glutes, okay? Ready to go, down on the floor. Get your towel, your rope, whatever you've got ready. In 3. Coming down to the mat. 2, 1. So stretch out in front of you, pull that towel or whatever it is apart, and then we're coming down in front of the face, drive the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So you should think about taking the shoulder blades back. If you don't have anything to hold on to, just doing exactly the same. Going for here, almost like a snow angel. So you're just lifting the head ever so slightly. Make sure you're a little pause at the back. So you feel this in between the shoulder blades, in the shoulders, hopefully in your lats slightly as well. And if you're not feeling it, think about pulling that towel apart as hard as you can. So remember guys, constant tension, so you're pulling that part. Last 15 seconds. Nice, slow and controlled. Don't rush these. You want to feel the tension in the muscles, so squeeze at the back. You're driving those elbows down towards the pockets. Let's go for 5 more seconds, get 1 or 2 more in. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather, we're going to go straight into, so it's fire hydrant, out to the side, and then glute kick back up to the top, okay? Ready to go with those. If you've got bands, you can stick them around your knees in 3, 2, 1. So whenever we're doing these, it's tight core, remember. Knees out to the side, and then heels up to the ceiling. So my shoulders are over my hands, just up to there, heel up to the ceiling. So we're working right into the glutes here. I'll give you a shout when to switch sides. So remember, we don't have to fully push up there, just until we feel the glutes engage. And we want to keep a neutral spine here, core's nice and tight. 3, 2, 1, switching sides. So I'm onto my right side now. So I'm just taking that knee out slightly, and then pushing the heel up. So remember, before we start, make sure we're not slumping into lower back. We're nice and neutral here, core's nice and tight, out to the side, and then pushing the heel up towards the ceiling. Last 10 seconds here, guys. 3, 2, 1. Active rest recovery, guys. Good. So, a couple things to think about there. Make sure we're creating tension through the rope. And again, it's that pulling the shoulder blades back and down. So when we're thinking about taking that towel down, we're bringing those shoulders back to squeeze the shoulder blades, working on these postural muscles. So grabbing your breather or your active rest now. We've got about 20 seconds. With the fire hydrants, the glute raise, I was going over it there, but we want to make sure our shoulders over our hands, hips over our knees. We're not dipping into our lower back. We're nice and tight through the core. If you've got bands, you can stick them around your knees, out to the side, pushing up. Ready to go in 10 seconds, guys. Starting with our towel pull downs. Let's get down ready on the ground. Remember, driving the elbows down, a little pause, creating tension in 3, 2, 1. Arms out in front, pull that towel apart, or whatever it is you've got. You can use a heavy resistance band. I usually use my dressing gown tie. But it's quite tricky to think about pulling that towel apart the whole time. When you get to the top, you usually tend to relax, but think about pulling it apart the whole time, especially at the front. You'll realise you'll start to feel it right in the shoulders as soon as you're creating tension through that towel. Good guys, keeping it going. Well done. Drive those elbows down. So try to almost keep the elbows close to the ground. We're driving them in a straight line. Feel this between the shoulder blades, last 10 seconds. Let's get 2 more in. Nice, slow and controlled though. Squeeze and hold. 3, 2, 1. Quick turnaround, guys. Ready to go over our fire hydrants, the glute raise. So before we start, core's nice and tight, we're not slumping in here. In 3, 2, 1. Out to the side, nice, slow and controlled. Pushing up. So important when we kick up, we're not, again, slumping into the lower back. It's just coming up until we feel that glute engage, and then coming down. So that's why we're doing it nice, slow and controlled. We're not firing up and almost overextending here. Nice and slow. About 90 degrees in the knee. Last 5 seconds this time, this side. 3, 2, 1. Knee out to the side. Pushing up the heel. Opposite side. Good, guys. And that knee doesn't have to come up so high, just until we feel that glute engage and they're pushing up. Last exercise this round. We've got a bit of a finisher next, and then we're going to go into couple of postural exercises and a couple of core exercises just to finish. Last 10 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Active rest and recovery. So, our last round, what we're going to do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. What we're going to do a kettlebell swing if you've got your weights. So kettlebell swing, we've done loads of times before now. Body nice and straight, we're hinging at the hips, hip thrust through, squeeze the glutes. We're doing this for 30 seconds, then we're going to do a rest for 30 seconds, and then we're just going to go for a normal goblet squat, a little pause at the bottom, goblet squat, nice, slow and controlled, 30 seconds. We'll do 2 rounds, 30 seconds in between each exercise. Good finisher. Ready to go in about 10 seconds. So grabbing your weights handy. If you don't have weights for the kettlebell swing, we're just still going for that action of squeezing the glutes through, almost like a hip thrust. Ready to go, guys. In 3, 2, 1. So swing up, hips through, squeeze the glutes. Working for 30 seconds here. Want to get that heart rate up slightly, but still focusing on that good form. So my back's nice and straight. I'm just hinging at the hips slightly. Last 5 seconds. Make sure you're squeezing the glutes every time. 3, 2, 1. Taking your breather there. So we've got a goblet squat next. So grab your weights. You've got more than one weight, so you can load it up. So goblet squat, just finding your squat stance. Ready to go. In about 5 seconds. Go for that little pause at the bottom if you want to. In 3, 2, 1. Goblet squat, little pause. If you really want to make these harder, you can add a jump if you want to. But if you're more just focusing on strength, just want to add that little pause. Just working through the legs. It's a nice long control, little pause at the bottom. Pushing in. Last 10 seconds. For the second round, we're only going to do 15 seconds between exercises. So make sure you're getting your rest. 3, 2, 1. So back to our kettlebell swing. Ready to go in 10 seconds. So make sure we're hip driving. Squeeze the glutes to the top. Shoulders back, good posture. 3, 2, 1. Pushing in, guys. 30 seconds work. 15 seconds rest between. Straight into our squats. And then we're finishing with a couple of posture exercises. Straight into our core exercises. So my arms are quite relaxed here. I'm just letting the dumbbell weight come down and then I'm popping through with the hips. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds break, we're going for our squats. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy. Right, going 5. Finding your squat stance, guys. In 3, 2, 1. And that little pause if you want to. Then powering up. Feet are nice and flat. We're tracking the knees out slightly. Posture's good, we're not hunching over at all. Down into your squat position. Last 5 seconds, go for 2 more reps, guys. 3, 2, 1, relaxing there, guys, well done. So, postural exercises. If you've got little hand weights, you can always use them. What we're going to go for, just start with our reverse flies, so we've done loads of times. Remember, thumbs towards the ceiling, squeezing the shoulder blades together. So we're lying front, down on our fronts. Heads down, thumbs up. We're going up, squeezing the shoulder blades, and back down. A little pause at the top, remember. Ready to go in 5, we'll work for about 30 seconds, go for 2 rounds. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Squeezing at the top. If you've got bands as well, if you've got a really light band, you can hold the band and then lean on it. That'll add some resistance as well. Or if you've got little hand weights, a tin of beans or anything, you can add those. Make sure we're getting a little pause at the top. We're squeezing the shoulder blades together. Last 10 seconds. Let's get 2 more in. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Try to keep those thumbs pointed upwards. 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. Go for 1 more round of those, guys. So like I said, if you've got bands, little feather bands or anything, you can hold it and then lie on it. That'll create some tension as well. Add some weights if you want to. Ready to go again in 10 seconds. Remember, think about squeezing the shoulder blades together. So bring the shoulders back, cueing that good posture. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up. Squeezing shoulder blades. Let's try for a 2-second pause at least at the top. So my thumb comes up, 1, 2, and I'm slowly on the way down, hands barely touch, and I'm driving back up. So 2 or 3 second pause at the top. 1, 2, 3, back down. As always, they're not the funnest exercises, but it's important we do these, especially at home when we're not lifting or pulling heavy weights. Lucky if you've got like a TRX or something at home, that's ideal, so we're not missing out on our back exercises, our postural exercises. Last 10 seconds. Let's get 1 or 2 more in. Let's go for 1 more. Coming up, pause. 1, 2, 3. Relax in there, guys. Well done. Next one's going to be eyes. So that's effectively a T there on a reverse flies. We're going to go for eyes. So exactly the same, but we're coming above the head. This will depend on your shoulder mobility. We are going to go straight above the head, coming up, hold, 1, 2, back down. So this is slightly tougher. So you've got to hold that arms above your head. Ready to go in about 5 to 10 seconds. So we're down on the ground, arms above. Keep those arms close to the ears in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up, low hold, and back down. You might find your arms come slightly outwards, which is fine. Just try to keep them as close to your head as you can. You'll feel this right in the shoulders, right in the shoulder blades. Again, you'll find if you're using weights for the first one, you probably don't need any weights at all for this one. Or maybe my arms are just heavy. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Almost there, guys. We've got 1 more round of those. Then we're going to our 2 core exercises to finish. Ready to go again in 10. Think about taking those shoulder blades back, keep the shoulders depressed and down. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Coming up, last 30 seconds, guys. Right to the end. Let's go for 1 more. Coming up, 1, 2, 3. Relaxing there, guys. Well done. Right, boring stuff out of the way. We are going to go for a couple of core exercises to finish. So we're going to start with our core tuck. So our tuck, back straight on the floor. We're coming out, we're coming in, we're squeezing, we're holding. Nice, slow and controlled 30 seconds. We'll take a quick breather, then we're going to go straight into a front plank. So our normal front plank, squeeze in the core, shoulders over elbow joints. Ready to go in 5 to 10 seconds. So core tucks if we can. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. As always, if we're struggling with any of the core exercises, just revert back to a normal core crunch or one you feel comfortable doing. Especially if you've got lower back problems or anything. But think about pushing that lower back into the ground so there's no space for my hands here. We're out and in. Heels just off the ground. Full core should be engaged here. Relax the neck on the ground. Last 5 to 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relaxing down. Quick change over into our front plank. Holding for 30 seconds. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. So my shoulders are over my elbow joint. If you've got any variations you like to do of these, you can add them. So you can add your your leg raises. You can add a little swivel here. Not my favourite of ones, but you can also walk out the elbows slightly, and that instantly should turn the core on even more. If it's too difficult, we're just dropping to those knees. You can even go for a top plank here if that's more comfortable for you. Whatever variation you're fine with. Last 10 seconds. Squeeze that stomach, remember, turn that core inwards. So rotate the pelvis in. 3, 2, 1, deep breaths. Last couple exercises, guys, then we're done. Back to our core tucks, finishing for our planks. One more round. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Core tucks to finish. Just 20 seconds of each. Nice, slow and controlled as always. Try to relax neck, last 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Switching into our front plank. Last hold. Ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Squeeze in the stomach. Last 30 seconds. Right to the end, 10 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, and relax, guys. Well done. Big deep breaths in. We're going for our child's pose. Straight into our cool down. So drop the head to the floor. Stretch off the upper back. Deep breaths in towards the stomach. Start and get the heart rate down. Good, let's go for a low runner's lunge today. Just stretching off that back hip. Switching in your own time. Good, we've got glutes next. So either that pigeon pose, if you're familiar with that one, coming down, get a good stretch off on the outside hip, or I like to go for this little tree pose, kind of get that knee over. I need to remember to do these, my hips are absolutely jarred up. Good, switching in your own time, guys. Good, last one, just a little forward fold. So stretching off the upper back, off the hamstrings. Don't have to bend for the toes, just let everything hang loose here, stretch off the hamstrings. Good, bending the knees to come out, stand it up. Well done, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.